to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Diffuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Unfazed featuring JJ and Ajae. We know it's been a little minute. You know, life throws things at you. You get a little busy. We get a little sick. Things happen. We human. You know what I mean? But we back today. I'm feeling good. I got to ask my co-host JJ, how you feeling today, man?
I mean, this wasn't by design. This is a coincidence. Your boy ain't feeling like the Commanders. Feeling a little sick right now. So I had to bring a cup of tea on the episode, but I'm feeling good. I'm here with my boy Ajae, ready to have a great episode. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, the Commanders, man, it's been a rough ride. It's been a rough ride. On a positive note, though, Jaden Daniels might be able to come back, finish the season.
DQ to DC now.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
we'll see what happens.
It's been tough sledding, man, but the future, I still think the future is bright for y'all. Even as I think the future is bright. It's just the immediate. It's just a little tough. You know what I mean? It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I mean, at least y'all not firing y'all head coach. At least y'all not doing that, man. We got another team in the NFC East that decided it was time to move on for their head coach, and that's the New York Giants. Brian Daboll is out. Who would they replace him with? I'm not sure just yet. I don't know if that broke already. Sure, they got an intern in there now, interim head coach. I'm not sure, but we know that the Giants have let go of Brian Daboll. Joe, what's your instant reaction to this news?
I mean, this was long overdue. We saw this coming. All right. This team been playing well, but they've been crumbling. Ajae, they've been crumbling. And when we see a team crumbling, we look at the coach. We look at the head coach and see like, yo, why y'all crumbling? One thing we said about the Ravens, John Harbaugh, all these double-digit leads he keep giving up. We like, yo, it's the coach. We got to look at the coach. The last 4 games, the New York Giants have given up 75 points in the fourth quarter, Ajae. That's unacceptable. 75 points. They are 0-4 this year when having a 10-plus point lead on the road. 0-4. 0-4 this year when they have a lead by double digits on the road. And that Bears game was a collapse. I think that was the last straw for the organization. So you look at the Bears game, they were up 17-10 in the fourth quarter. Russell Wilson is in the game. Jackson Dart gets a concussion. It's first and goal, Ajae, 17-10. You a 2-win team. 2 wins, right? And you already had these fourth quarter meltdowns. It's first and goal. It ends up being 4th and goal on the 1-yard line. They settle for a field goal. Now, hindsight is I can complain about that. At the moment, you probably like, y'all got to get a dub, play it safe. But why play it safe when you're a 2-win team? You got nothing to lose at this point. You go for the killer, you go for the win. You got to the 1-yard line, so they kick a field goal. It's 20-10. Bears come down, score a touchdown. You get the ball. You go 3 and out, and then you punt the ball, and the punter shanks the punt. Like, that's part of the what? Caleb Williams had so many opportunities to get sacked, but they could not get him on the ground. He's scrambling, shaking all defenders and making plays. It was crazy. They come down and get a score, and then you get one first down, and then you don't get an opportunity to get a touchdown and put yourself in position to score. So it was the last moment. They're like, you know what? Let's get this man out of here. But the question I want to know is, why is the GM still there? It should have been a two-way package. The fact that he let Saquon Barkley walk away and go run for 2,000 yards and win a Super Bowl, it's ridiculous. And kept Daniel Jones now Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley 7-2. While you 2-7. How ironic is that right there? So the GM should be gone with Brian Daboll, and I think they did this because you know what? I think they did this because Jackson Dart is okay. We love you too. All right, appreciate you for tuning in.
We do.
Appreciate you for tuning in. Jackson Dart is hurt. I don't know how long he's gonna be out, but they probably like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it and start from scratch. So I'm okay with the firing, but it should have been a 2-package deal with the GM.
I'm very indifferent on this. I'm very indifferent on the firing because I like Brian Daboll. I think Brian Daboll is a decent head coach. He's not too far removed from winning Coach of the Year. I just think that given the situation he was placed in, I think the Giants expected too much from him. They put him in the season in a situation in which you got to go out here and win right now. Like you got to go out here, not say win now as a Super Bowl, but you got to come out and show that you're an effective team. You got to probably expect him to be 500. Probably expect him to have close to a winning record, maybe a Mike Tomlin-esque season. But we saw coming into the season what their schedule looked like. I mean, I remember when me and Kev did the Eagles panel, we was like, man, we believe in the Giants defense. We believe in the defensive line. They got, Neighbors and they got Russell Wilson. They got these pieces over here. All of that is cool. And they got a promising future potentially with Jackson Dart before we saw Jackson Dart inserted into the lineup. But look at their schedule. I mean, they play Philly, they play the Eagles, they play this team, they play that team. Like, they not going to do much. It's hard to, I remember seeing a TikTok video that said, it's hard to find a win. It's hard to find a win on their schedule. That's how stiff their schedule was this upcoming season. So coming into this season, it's clear expectations shouldn't have been high to begin with. Not to mention, you put Russell Wilson out there to start because you have to start Russ. You went out this offseason and got all these quarterbacks. You got Jackson Dart, you got Russ, and you got Winston. And it's like, well, we got to put Russ out there. We paid Russ. So we got to put the veteran out there to show what he could do. And he was horrible. But with the exception of one game. I can't put that all on Daboll. Guys running open, Russell Wilson not hitting guys. Russell Wilson running and escaping the pocket too early. Then there are times where the offensive line simply wasn't blocking for Russell Wilson. So it was a lot of different issues there that, in my opinion, didn't have much to do with Brian Daboll. Then you put Jackson Dart in there, and it's clear he coaching for his job. This is the one part that I put on Brian Daboll. You got Jackson Dart running like crazy. All of these QB1s, all of these QB design draws and runs. And I understand the fact that is a big part of his game. Like, that's a part of what makes Jackson Dart Jackson Dart. I know when he played us, that's a part of the reason why we couldn't beat him. We couldn't get him on the ground. We get into him in the pocket, but we couldn't sack him. He taking off on design runs, taking off on Zach Bond, getting to the end zone. Like, that's a big part of his game, but you gotta coach him in the way that's safe. You gotta call those plays in key moments and in moments that obviously that you need him, but you can't call him 24/7. And I felt like he was calling them way too many times. They said this man has had 4 concussions this year, or been at least in protocol 4 different times this year. Crazy. And so I think that's probably the biggest reason why they letting him go, because it's like, that's the future. We see what Jackson Dart can do. We see he's promising. He's got a ton of talent, and you putting him in harm's way every game, but he doing it because his job on the line, Joe. Mm-hmm. He doing this, like, I gotta do whatever it takes to win right now. Opposed to if he went into this season, if the Giants told Brian Daboll, hey, look, we know that and granted, everybody's competitive. Everybody think they have a good enough team. The GM just let go of Saquon and just saw what Saquon did right this past season. So the heat is on him. The heat is on the ownership. The fans want to see the team be better. But if they go into this season, right, and they say, you know what, we know we're in a rebuild in a way. We know we just drafted a young quarterback. We know Russell Wilson is not the future, right? We know this defense has promise, all these different things. We're going to give you this year to figure it out. I think the year goes differently. I don't think he runs his quarterback as much because he's wanting to protect the future. That's the guy. That's the guy I'm riding with. So I'm gonna protect him. We gonna drop some games, but this is gonna be a learning experience. We will be better next year. The schedule won't be as difficult. We will make some moves in the offseason and we will be better. But when you put his feet to the fire like you have, and you've basically just been like, look, if you don't win this year, meaning probably go 500, winning record, whatever the case may be, because we know they're not winning the Super Bowl. If you don't show promise this year, then you're fired. You put him in a bad situation with one of the hardest schedules in the league. So I just think I think he was dealt a bad hand, if I'm being honest. And I agree, if you let go of him, you got to let go of the GM, but we know that's not going to happen. I feel bad for him. I think he deserves another opportunity, but that's life in the NFL.
I think it was a writing on the wall, though. I think this should have happened over the all season. Like, it's what I don't get. Look at what the Commanders did last year. They got rid of Ron Rivera. They got rid of Bruce Allen. They got rid of everybody that was here in the old regime. They got a new quarterback coming in, and we're going to build a whole new culture with a new coaching staff and everything. Who's going to be the next leader in this organization? The Giants did the same thing. Look at Cam Ward and the Titans. They kept their coach and ended up firing him in the middle of the season. Look at this. Look at the Drake May now. They did go get a new coach, but it was the wrong coach, and they got rid of him fast and got variable. And look at the coaching now; it changed completely. So that's what the Giants should have done, but instead they wait. They let the QB play half the season, and then they mid-season fire their head coach. And then also, I get it; he runs QB draws and all that for Jackson Dart, but I'm not gonna put that on him. It's on Jackson Dart also.
He got to protect himself too. Yeah,
he takes off and run a lot. So I'm not. I heard somebody. I think Ron Clark came out and said something about that. But part of his game is to do. You got to do that. I don't think he does it too much. It's Jackson Dart, bro. Jackson Dart, he takes off. He trusts his legs more than his arm right now, and he's young. That's normal. So, but I didn't know he was in concussion protocol for 4 times. You said that's some Tua-ish stuff, man. For real, that's detrimental to your life.
I don't know about let me rephrase. I don't know about like concussion protocol, like meaning like you got hurt, had a concussion in the game. I mean like he's been hit in the exactly for in under concussion protocol in the blue tent 4 different times this season, and he hasn't even played the whole season.
Yeah, so he played 4 games.
Exactly, but that's why I say like you said it best though, and I also think it hurts that they lost Scatterboot. Like I just think when you take everything into consideration, the fact that he's coaching for his job, so there's a lot of desperation there, right? Then you got a young quarterback who has shown some promise, right? But then he's getting hurt often, right? And then your running back who actually was having a really good season and kind of like an engine that drove the team along with Jackson Dart, he goes down with a season.
Don't forget about Neighbors.
Neighbors goes down. Like it's a lot of unfortunate stuff happened to the Giants this year where they could have potentially been better. This is why I think I get what you're saying as far as like a whole new regime with a new quarterback and all of that. I still think that given what I've seen this season, like they was playing for Brian Daboll. Like even when Russ was out there, the defense showed up. Russell Wilson was just trash. He was awful, but the defense showed up. They came to play every game. And then when Jackson Dart was out there, him and Jackson Dart had a great relationship. Him and Scatterboot had a great relationship. They played for Brian Daboll. They wanted Brian Daboll to keep his job. That was clear and apparent to me. At least in the keep on going back to that game, but at least in the Eagles game, like it was clear and apparent to me. They wanted Brian Daboll to keep his job. It just so happened that Scatterboot got hurt. You desperate. Jackson Dart is running a lot, and you're adding to his runs by calling a ton of design runs on top of that, right? And your schedule is extremely difficult. And like, yeah, they lost it. Everybody in their right mind knew, watching how the Bears had played this season, when Jackson Dart went down, the Bears coming back, they gonna win. As soon as he went down, I said, Bears about to win. Because Russ about to get out there, and it's gonna deflate everything. It's, again, I keep going back to this. Going back to the Eagles game, when Jackson Dart went out for a moment, again, I think those were one of those times where he was in concussion protocol. Russell Wilson came in there quick 3 and out. I think it was a third down pass. He had his tight end running a seam route wide open and dirted the ball. And the whole crowd just like, please let Jackson Dart be healthy. Please let him be healthy.
Daboll yelling at the doctor.
I mean, come on, bro. Like Russell Wilson deflated the team, and he did the same thing in the Bears game. He came in and it was deflating. Extremely. So it's hard for me to put this on Brian Daboll. It's hard for me to put outside of, and we disagree a little bit on the design runs. Because again, he's taken off. If he's taken off by himself running, I'm calling less of those, especially after you've been in protocol a few times. I'm calling less of those design runs if you're gonna take off and run when I don't even call it. I'm just and then we don't have Scatterboot. But again, it's easier for me to say because I'm not coaching for my job. If I'm coaching for my job, I'm emptying the clip.
Yeah, I feel that. I gotta disagree with the. I don't think it got deflated in the Bears game because we came in the game. He threw a pass at Tracy on third down, and he got it down to the goal line. And then on third down again, Russell Wilson ran it and got pushed to the 1 yard line. And then Brian Daboll was just conservative and then kicked the field goal. And what about the 30-point quarter they gave up to the Broncos?
That was
you know what I mean? Like, bro, they gave up
that was
big
crazy.
things.
That was
so
crazy.
Like, I get it. Brian Daboll was better rapport with his squad, but the writing was on the wall when the season started. He was fighting for his job already. So if you got somebody, you never should have a head coach fighting for his job with a rookie quarterback. It makes no sense.
That's true.
Because you have plans for him to start over again with another. It is stupid to me. Especially after what we just did.
It's either you fire him from the jump, or with the rookie quarterback you give him some leeway. It's
like
one
you
of the two.
Like you said, yeah.
It's one of the two.
So I just think the meltdown was the last straw for him, you know. And I was waiting for the last straw yesterday because, I mean, 10-7, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but we're going to talk about the NFC. The NFC is loaded. Well, I'm not going to say it's loaded. Some teams are rising and some teams are falling. Mm-hmm. All right. And two teams that play next week, both of them risen to the occasion last week. They both got dubs last week. And we're going to ask this question to the guy who's holding number one seed in the NFC right now. If the playoffs started today, it will be going through the link. So, AJ, who's the best team in the NFC?
Y'all lucky I can't put my background up. My background been acting funny. You know what I mean? Y'all lucky I can't have it because I like to have a link in the background while I'm talking about the Eagles. Joe, the best team in the NFC is the Philadelphia Eagles. The best team in the NFC is the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I think that this question, and full disclosure, I'm the one who came up with the question, and I wanted the question worded a certain way. Who is the best team in the NFC? Not who looks the best, because that's a whole nother conversation. You could say the Rams look the best. You could say Seattle looks the best. You know, you could say Tampa in spurts. You could say Detroit really looks the. You could make an argument for a lot of different teams and say a lot of different teams look the best. But if you had to put your money on one team, you putting your money, or you should put your money on Philadelphia. Now I get it. Yesterday I had a long day of work. And if you know anything about me, bye weeks are a really hard time for me because I like to watch my Eagles every chance I get, right? So I'm sitting back, I'm watching all these teams. I'm watching Seattle go crazy. I'm watching Detroit go crazy. Packers lost, but I'm watching the Packers. I'm watching all these teams, and I'm just like, man, I can't wait to see my Eagles on the field. I can't wait to see the Eagles on the field because the last time I saw the Eagles, they was putting BTA to the Giants. Last time I saw the Eagles outside of that game was in person, the Vikings game. Jalen Hurts, perfect passer rating, 19 of 23, 300-something yards. Ajae went for 150. Devontae went for 180. Like, it's just, last few times I've seen my team on the field, we look special. So going into the game yesterday after a long day of work, I'm expecting us, fresh off of a bye, to continue to look special and build off of it. And I'm not going to lie, we didn't look that way. And it was extremely frustrating. I feel like our coaching staff, mainly our offensive coordinator, is extremely conservative. I don't know why. You have Jalen Hurts, who has been cooking this year. You have Saquon Barkley. You have Ajae. You have Devontae. You have a solid offensive line who's not really run protecting very well, but pass pro is pretty solid. You have these weapons, but yet and still, on 3rd and 12, we want to hand the ball off to Will Shipley, or we want to hand the ball off to Saquon, or in all these, we want to run the ball on 1st down, run the ball on 2nd down, and then Jalen Hurts figured it out on 3rd down. It's very frustrating that we have these guns and we don't shoot them. It's extremely frustrating. I've said my things about AJ Brown. Last night I was completely on his side. 2 receptions, 13 yards. He was only targeted once the whole second half. And reports just came out that was Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown's decision making at the very end to throw that bomb at the very end of the game. Which, to be honest, Joe, I didn't mind. I did my. It's crazy to sound. I know it's they said coaching malpractice and it's just how could you? You're just punting. You just no, no. I'm not mad at the players being like, nah. We want to end the game with the football. If we get a ball back to them, we want to have another touchdown on the board. We want to ice this game. We going for it on fourth. We've done this, not the same thing against the Vikings. It was very different situation. But we threw that fade ball before the Ajae to ice the game. We're going to throw that fade ball again. We ain't got the ball to Ajae the whole second half of the game. I'm not mad at Ajae being like, bro, let me, and it hurts being like, you know what, bro, forget it. Let's do it. And if we lose the game on that, we lose the game on that. Because I'm of the mindset at this point in time, I'd rather go down shooting my gun than go down with bullets in the gun. With this team, I had the same, and I'm consistent because I had the same take last year when we decided in the Falcons game to throw the ball to Saquon in the flat where he dropped the pass opposed to trying to run the clock out. I said no. I thought the play was great. Saquon got to catch the ball. We have too many great players to not coach like how Dan Campbell be coaching over there in Detroit. Be aggressive. Go for the fourth downs. Ice games. But I say all that to say everybody better than Philadelphia till it's time to beat Philadelphia. Everybody better than the Eagles till it's time to beat the Eagles. Everybody look better than the Eagles till it's time to look better than the Eagles, right? Seattle looked great. Who has Seattle played? The two best teams that they have beat this year, the two winning records, I went and looked before we started today's show, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Steelers. One team is 5-3, the other team is 5-4. One team looked like they about to lose the division, looked like they about to collapse, similar to kind of what we predicted. The other team, Jacksonville, I never believed in them. Ain't believed in them since they had Jalen Ramsey over there and Blake Bortles throwing the football. So they look good. They look impressive against these nobodies in the NFL that we expect them to beat. They're beating teams. They don't make their schedule. I understand they're beating teams how they're supposed to beat teams. You dominate teams that you're supposed to dominate. Heck, we lost to the Giants. So I understand you dominate teams that you're supposed to dominate, but that ain't moving the Eagles fan. I'm sorry. That's not moving me, right? The Rams, we already beat the Rams and people act like they forgot that ever happened because the Rams have looked so impressive after that, right? They look so impressive. Devontae and Puka Nacua and Matthew Stafford is this, that, and the third. But when it was time to play Philadelphia and beat Philadelphia, they looked good for one half and couldn't get the necessary stops in the second half and took an L. Right? We're getting ready to see about Detroit very soon. I cannot wait until Sunday. We already just played the Green Bay Packers. An ugly game nevertheless. But people said they was better than us too until it was time for them to be better than us. Tampa Bay, another team that was supposed to be the threat to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC. We lined it up with them too. They couldn't get the win. We played great in the first half, horrible offensively in the second half, and they still couldn't get the win. We have played the who's in the NFC. People always talk about how the Eagles look without bringing up the schedule. We have had one of the hardest schedules in football this season. The who's, the Green Bays, the Tampas, the Rams, all these teams we've played in the NFC, and every time they have lined it up with Philadelphia, they have taken the L. And now everybody want to gas up this Seahawks team because they knew, and I get it when it's a new team. You know, it's nice. It's nice to talk about the new team that's on the rise, right? This team reminds me a lot of the Vikings last year, where they was dominating and playing well. The defense is better with the Seattle team than this Vikings team for sure. But they looked great last year. They looked amazing last year. And then when the money was on the line, what Sam Darnold do? He folded. Did you see the Eagles? The Eagles offense was what it was, but did you see that pass rush yesterday? Did you see BG back in the fold? Did you see Nolan Smith back in the fold? You see Phillips back in the fold? You think that pass rush ain't getting to Sam Darnold and making him shuffle them feet in the pocket? I got the Philadelphia Eagles right now as the best team in the NFC. And no matter how it looks, and I will admit, I want it to look better at this point in the season. I know early in the season I said it don't matter. I do think at this point it does matter to an extent. I want the Eagles to hit a certain stride at this point. I will admit that. But at the same time, they are the number one seed in the NFC. They have had the hardest schedule for referral in the league. And I don't see any of these teams as good as they looked. I don't see any of these teams with their money on the line taking us out. I don't see it. We own the Rams. We own the Packers. Don't give me Sam Darnold with the money on the line. He got to show me. I'm sorry. All right. And whoever else you want to bring up, Tampa, okay. I just don't see it. I got Philly.
All right. So the Eagles, I don't think they're the best team in the NFC. I think they're the best team in the NFL.
Oh, that's
I
a
do.
twist. Okay, okay.
I do. The Jalen Phillips said something in the press conference where I can feel it, and anybody who's watching can feel it, right? He said that they played with a certain level of confidence throughout the whole game. Like y'all played with a confidence of we're going to win this game. And the reason why I got the best team to me is because y'all already won, so the confidence is already there, and y'all have a complete team. Y'all just do. Y'all can beat guys by running the ball. Y'all can beat guys by throwing the ball. You can get pressure on the quarterback, which you need, and y'all can create turnovers. So y'all had games against the Rams when the special teams came through and won y'all the game. So y'all find ways to win. Y'all are gritty and y'all have an unselfish quarterback and an unselfish coach. A coach that don't care about the stats either. He just care about getting the dub. And I know AJ as an Eagles fan, you were frustrated yesterday. I understand. You got your MVP take behind in the back of your head. I get it. You know what I mean? You need Hurts to throw the ball. You need Hurts to air it out, and you need Hurts to
100,
put his numbers up.
Joe. Not to cut you off, but 100%, bro. 100%. But keep going, keep going.
When you was passing the chat, I'm like, this is about his MVP case. I get it. Because what your coach did, which I commend him for, he came into this game and he said, Jordan Love is down two of his top receivers. Kraft. Kraft is his best weapon. He's out for the year. He's no longer there. Matthew Golden, he has not been elite this year, but his presence as a deep threat is a problem. He's gone. And then who I believe is his number one wide receiver target, Romeo Dobbs, he gets hurt in the game. So why take risk? We're gonna play this thing safe and we get pressure. They can't do nothing. Jordan Love had how many yards in the first half? 24, something like that. He couldn't do nothing all game. And y'all shut them down. And that's why I thought it was malpractice when that play y'all did because it went against the game plan. It literally went against what y'all did the whole game. The whole game, y'all were conservative. Y'all trusted the defense. And then you do that on fourth down and you give Green Bay an opportunity on good field position to tie the game up. That was ridiculous to me. So, but it worked because the defense still showed up. So that's that. I like the game plan. And that's that. Now, I do want to say this though. All right. Although I believe y'all are the best team. Okay, I got that out the way. But let me say this though. Let me nitpick a little bit. All right. If there's a team that's gonna beat y'all, I believe it is the Rams. All right. Now you can always go back to the past. Like, oh, we beat them last year in the playoffs. Oh, Saquon gave them 200 in the regular season. This is a different team. They got Devontae. They young defensive core got a little older because they had a young defensive core, and they play much better, by the way. And they got Devontae Adams now, and you see Devontae Adams is a problem with Puka Nacua. I'm not gonna lie. And Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, is playing at a different level this year than what he was last year because he got Devontae Adams, he got a different weapon, and Kyron Williams is taking a step too. But here's the thing: y'all did beat the Rams, but so the Broncos also beat y'all though. So I'm not going to look at the Broncos. I still look at the Rams as a big threat for y'all because although y'all won that game, y'all were at home and y'all got 2 blocked field goals. Like, I cannot bank on that. And y'all offense is not consistent. The Rams offense is consistent and defense. Now, the defense got holes in it on the back end. You know, whenever you got Manuel Foles and it's a DB, it's going to be a slipper right there. That's that. All right? Buccaneers. Y'all always say as Eagles fans, when we played the Bucs in the playoffs, we didn't have AJ. We didn't have that. Who they have against y'all? All right. I mean, they have Mike Evans? No, they had a star receiver. So the Bucs haven't really been healthy all year for real. They've been battling, and Emeka Ibuka just came back last week. He literally just came back on Sunday. So am I throwing are y'all betting the Bucs? Yes, but I don't look at y'all winning against the Bucs. As when y'all meet them again, I'm not putting a lot of weight to it because the Bucs went healthy playing y'all. Just like y'all went healthy with the Bucs when y'all played y'all last year. That's that. Now, Seattle, I'll give you Seattle. They got Sam Darnold. Do I trust Sam Darnold in the playoffs? No, I don't. So I would give you Seattle. Seattle do have a really good defense. They might cause y'all problems offensively, but y'all defense is going to do another on Sam Darnold. So I do think it's not like, oh, we played the best. Y'all did, but just like y'all can nitpick when y'all lose, I could like these games some of y'all play. I can nitpick also. And the Packers, lastly, who would imagine if y'all play the Packers without AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert? How would that be for you, AJ?
It's tough. It's a tough game.
It'll be tough. And then if y'all lose that game, you're not going to say, man, you're not going to put no weight into that loss to the Packers. You're going to be like, we going to see them when we got AJ, when we got Smitty, and when we got Dallas. Nah, they're not going to have Crab, which is sad. He's out for the year. You know what I mean? That's different. But they also didn't have two of their receivers, bro. And they just got Christian Watson back. Literally just came back. So y'all caught the Packers at the right time. For real. Y'all caught them at the right time. So if y'all do see the Packers again, they will be healthier and the game wouldn't be, they won't score 7 points. Let me say that. They will score more than 7 points, in my opinion. But after saying all that, I still think y'all are the best team in the NFL.
Don't get me wrong. I think there's threats in the NFC. I think there's teams to look out for. You know, I think I respect the Packers defense. The Packers defense has been giving us issues for a little bit now. Yeah. So I respect their defense. Jordan Love has not shown me too much of anything in any of the matchups that we've played him in, though. You know, that's my thing with him. Like, well, he hasn't really shown me anything for it. Like, he was bad in the playoffs last year. He was subpar in the regular season in Brazil last year, right? And we saw what he was last night. Like, granted, he didn't have his guys last night. I understand all that. But Robert Kraft ain't coming back, you know? So it's like, that kind of is what it is. And, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, them dudes don't scare me, Joe. They don't, and that's one of the biggest reasons why to start the season when y'all matched up with them, I'm like, I'm not worried about Green Bay. We got Lane Johnson for Micah. If Micah want to, get pressure, even though he did get a lot of pressure yesterday. He was getting pressure yesterday. But I'm just telling you what my mindset was. My mindset was like, we got Lane who has given Micah some issues. You know what I mean? And I've seen what Jordan Love is against his Philadelphia Eagles defense. And I really think it's Vic Fangio's scheme that confuses him a lot. Because he had guys open last night. He had guys running across the middle of the field open. But he just wasn't seeing them. Either the pressure was getting home or he just was confused out there, is what I was saying. So I think he has an issue with Fangio's scheme. The Rams I respect, and I mainly respect the Rams because of Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is balling. The issue with the Rams is Matthew Stafford is a statue. So if you get home on Matthew Stafford, that's a problem. And I think that's a big part of the reason why well, you could even go back to the playoffs last year because we won the game off of getting pressure on Matthew Stafford with the Jalen Carter plays back to back. Like, if you can get pressure on Matthew Stafford, he's not a guy who's going to move and make a bunch of plays. But I do respect him from the standpoint of Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua is an issue. And Sean McVay, that offense is potent and it's consistent because they got Sean McVay calling the plays. Like, he's one of the best play callers in the game. So I do respect them. I just don't like the fact that we act as if these teams, even though it happened early in the season, we act as if these teams have not played already. Right? Like, and they played the Eagles at a time where the Eagles, we still trying to figure things out. But the start of the season, we was really trying to figure things out. Like, the whole first half, we couldn't do nothing. And you had to figure it out in the second half. And yes, it took a couple black kicks and all of that stuff. But it's like, we didn't, just like they didn't play their best, we didn't play our best. And in all of from the Seahawks, from the Packers to the Rams to the Buccaneers, we haven't played our best in any of these games. We have not played start to finish Eagles football our best in any of these football games, which is another reason why I'm saying, if we beating y'all now, later on, especially if it come through Philadelphia, we're going to be clicking on all cylinders. It's going to be really hard to beat us then. It's always funny to me, though. And I'm about to take a slight left turn. Okay. It's always fun. It's always funny to me. Every season, I have noticed there's always some random fan base that comes out of the cut that got something to say to AJ. It's always some random fan base, right? That always come out. They know AJ rock with the Eagles. It's always a random fan base, right? In 2022, it was the Niners. Niners was on my line. Hey, we got Brock Purdy. We got this defense. We got CMC. We this, that, and the third. Oh, okay, cool. In 2023, it was the Buccaneers fans. I only know one Buccaneers fan. But I was hearing from every Buccaneer fan there, oh, we own the Eagles, da-da-da-da-da, 2024, it was the Chiefs and the Rams. Oh, y'all ain't nothing. We gonna take y'all out, da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. No. Detroit was probably the biggest one last year. It's like, bro, where are y'all coming from? And this year,
Seahawks.
I want to be clear about this, Joe.
Okay.
I respect their defense. I respect their defense. I respect JSN. JSN the dog, that defense is special. But don't give me Seattle about to do nothing in this NFC when it matters most. I am sorry. I know what I have said over the years about Sam Darnold. I'm not a Sam Darnold fan. That is obvious. But you random Seahawks fan, and I know some of y'all watching. You random Seahawks are going to go back later and watch. You Seahawks fans better leave me alone. Right. Y'all, I had one Seahawks fan tell me that just today before we got on, I had one Seahawks fan, y'all ain't beat us in like 10 years. Y'all ain't nothing. I said, we ain't have to really beat y'all in 10 years to accomplish anything. We done won 2 Super Bowls in the last.
That's a good callback.
I mean, we done won 2 Super Bowls in the last 10 years. Where y'all been? Y'all ain't been in the way. So we may have dropped 1 or 2 to y'all here and there, but what difference has it made? We ain't had to see y'all. We had to look up and, we got to play Seattle. Where y'all been at them 2 years we won the ball? Where was y'all at last year? If y'all was really a threat, y'all will be on our schedule this year because everybody that's somebody in the NFC, the NFL made sure they put us on the schedule with that team.
First place team, yeah.
I mean, the Rams on the schedule. Somebody in your division, they on the schedule because they was the team that pushed us the furthest in the playoffs. Detroit on the schedule. Green Bay on the schedule. The Buccaneers on the schedule? Where y'all at? I mean, come on, bro. This Seahawks fan base.
Okay, right.
It's funny to me. It's funny to me, man. Y'all, like I told him, like I told the guy I was going back and forth with earlier before we quickly move on. I don't think y'all gonna win y'all division. I think y'all getting ready to lose to the Rams this weekend in LA. I think the Rams gonna win the division. We already have the tiebreaker over the Rams, so it works out perfectly for us. But if y'all really somebody, if y'all really that, then the champs will see about y'all soon. That's all I got to say. We will see about y'all soon. We'll see y'all in the NFC Championship if y'all are really that team. Or we'll see y'all in the divisional round. If y'all are really that team, we'll see about y'all soon, and then we could talk then. But I can almost guarantee you, Joe, we ain't gonna have to worry about the Seahawks. I can almost guarantee you, we won't play Seattle all year through the playoffs. Why? Because Seattle gonna get to the playoffs and be up out of there quick. Because Sam Darnold gonna do verbatim what he did last year, depending on the matchup. Remember, we gonna clip this up. Remember, I said it. Remember, I said it. Look, watch how they look against these competitive teams in the NFC, and against these competitive teams in the NFL in general. And then talk to me about Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. It's crazy. And lastly, my guy Miles in the comments said, "How do I feel about Jair?" I don't know what to say, bro.
Yeah, that's second player.
That's the second player that just upped and just signed with us and then decided they're gonna retire. So I listen. All I can say is I wish him the best. I was looking forward to seeing him out there being potential DB2 or just at least some depth. I think we was all looking forward to that. We are stuck with what we have, and I'm beyond glad that we made the move and got Phillips because now it's like, okay, the secondary might not be what it is last year, but we have playmakers in the secondary. Blankenship, even though I don't think he has a pick yet, but he's still a playmaker, right? Quinyon is still a playmaker. Cooper DeJean is still a playmaker. So it's not a perfect secondary. You got really good linebackers. You just have a hole in one position, in all honesty. And safety is the second safety is a bit of a question.
Hit or miss. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. But every team has a hole here and there. So we just got to offensively overcome that. And the defense just got to get pressure. As long as we getting pressure on a quarterback, you can mask a lot of the issues on the back end. So shout out Phillips, shout out Nolan, shout out BG. If we can get pressure, we'll be fine. But it's on I keep saying this, the offense got to produce. Saquon, AJ, Devontae, Hurts, they got to produce, bro. If the defense give up 30, you got to score 35. Like, we have the offense to do it if the coordinator would just be aggressive. Be aggressive.
And Carl said he said ski mask Eric.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
said
yeah.
he got a draft pick off y'all just for him to retire. And
Yeah,
you know what I think happened? I think they saw him. They said it ain't gonna work, and they just and then he probably said don't say y'all release me. I'm just gonna retire. Like,
yeah,
that's probably
fair.
what happened. There's no way they traded him and he retired. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not being clear. He said he had to work on his mental and all that, but you knew that going into the situation. They traded for you.
Yeah. And it's like it leads me to ask, like, I know he did his due diligence, but what did the Ravens tell you about him before you traded for him? I know he asked questions, but you know, I guess that's part of NFL. The NFL can't say that how it be finessing everybody because he just got finessed. So,
I mean, it happens to the best of them.
yes, that's true. That's true. But moving on, Joe, we haven't given these predictions yet because we've been so wrapped up in the NFL and everything that's going on in the NFL that we have not given our preseason predictions for NBA MVP and our NBA Finals prediction. Now, I'm going to preface these predictions by saying I'm pretty sure Joe is doing the same thing. These predictions that I'm putting out today were the predictions from the preseason. And you're doing the same thing, Joe, right?
Same thing, yep.
So the predictions that we putting out today were the predictions from the preseason. And so a lot has, for me, these predictions, I'm looking at them like, oh man, a lot has happened. And I wish I could change one of them. But I'm not. I'm going to stick to what I had down already. Okay. But I just want to preface it by saying this was my headspace before the season started.
I think we're going to agree with one thing, though. Go ahead.
Probably. We might. We just might.
Let's do MVP and then let's do the finals.
Yes, sir. I was about to say, without further ado, man, who is your NBA MVP this season? Before the season tipped off.
Before the season even tipped off, my MVP is Luka Doncic. And then Luka is like an every year MVP picker, and he just never wins, right? So I'm looking at the MVP landscape. You got SGA who won last year, who looking like again they're gonna win the number 1 seed. They probably get the number 1 seed. They got a better start this year than they had last year. I think they said, right. Mm-hmm. So SGA is still putting up points every night, but he slightly won last year. AJ leading the league in scoring while having the best record, almost kind of threatening Golden State Warriors 73-9 record, and he won by a hair over Jokic. So for him to win back-to-back MVPs, it's going to be tough. He will have to do something more than he did last year, which I don't see happening. The next person you see is Jokic, because Jokic's going to put up the triple-double numbers. But Luka is always a threat to Jokic because he can put up the Jokic numbers with points. Mm-hmm. So Luka led the league in scoring 2 years ago while averaging 9-9. The only reason why he didn't win an MVP is because he was a 3rd seed and SGA and Jokic were 1 and 2. That's the only reason why he didn't win MVP. So I believe this year the Lakers can't, even if he's a top 3 seed, SGA already won. Jokic already got 3. So Luka will be the next in line. Now you got Wemby on that stuff, but Luka is going crazy, bro. I mean, the man's averaging 37.99 right now. So I'm going with Luka Doncic.
So this is the one I wanted to change, Joe. The NBA MVP is the one I kind of wanted to change once the season started and once I kind of seen how it was unfolding. Because my initial MVP was Luka.
Okay. Oh, you want to change?
I think Luka. I think Luka is gonna win MVP today. Then I sat back and I'm like, the reason why I decided to go against Luka is because I just felt like with LeBron's injury coming into the season, and him, I'm not sure necessarily what to necessarily expect from him. And then Austin Reeves coming off of the playoffs last year, combined with what I've seen from this defense, I wasn't sure after further thought that the Lakers was gonna win enough games for Luka to win MVP. Maybe be in the conversation, yes, because I think the Lakers coming into the season, they're a playoff team. But I'm just like, if I'm being realistic and I take the bias out, are they going to win enough games for him to be league MVP? And I decided no, because I wasn't so sure about Austin, wasn't so sure about LeBron, and I'm looking at it like it's the Luka show, and it is. So far, it has been a Luka show this year. But when Luka has missed, we've seen Austin Reeves take his game to another level, and we see the Lakers sitting at 8-3 without LeBron. I wasn't expecting that. So you take all of that out, and I was like, you know who I think gonna win MVP? Anthony Edwards. That's who I picked for MVP, bruh. I said Ant-Man is going to win MVP. And I said the reason why I think Ant-Man is going to win MVP is because I think last year the season started off slow for the Wolves because of the offseason move that they made for Julius Randle. They made the move for Julius Randle right before the season started, and they sputtered out of the gate. They sputtered halfway through the season, right? Because they was trying to get the chemistry down with Julius Randle. But second half of the season, engine towards the playoffs, they got hot. You know, Anthony Edwards started to take his game to another level. Julius Randle started to get his, get his game together, started to figure out how he can mesh his game with Anthony Edwards. We saw an uptick from Jaden McDaniels. He started the ball right. We saw the Timberwolves get back to the conference finals yet again, a place that I didn't think they was going to get, going through the Lakers. And so I looked at the Timberwolves this offseason. I said, well, they still got Jaden. They doubled down on getting on Julius Randle, right? Even though I don't like it, Rudy Gobert is still there as well defensively, right? Mike Conley's still there. I still want to see more minutes from Rob Dillingham. He getting more minutes this year than he did last year. But you still got, Rob there. You still got DiVincenzo. And Anthony Edwards this offseason been saying what I wanted him to do, which is come off the ball a little bit and work on his mid-range game, work on his post game, work on his turnaround fade game. And if he could do that, he could take his game to another level. So you have the chemistry and the cohesiveness of the team coming together for now a full year. You got Anthony Edwards taking his game to another level. I see the Timberwolves taking off. Now, they're not doing bad this year. I'm not saying that I slightly regret this decision because they're necessarily playing bad. I slightly regret this decision because of what I've seen from the Lakers so far this season. Okay. If I knew it would look like this early, I probably would have went with Luka because I'm like, maybe the Lakers do win enough games. Because if they win enough games, Luka, in my opinion, may be a shoe-in. Like, I think Wemby is going to give him a challenge too because they're, number 2 in the conference, right? And then SGA is always going to be in the conversation. Jokic is always going to be in the conversation. But just looking at how I thought the Wolves was going to play this upcoming season and how I thought Anthony Edwards, and I still think Anthony Edwards is going to take his game to the next level this year, and him already kind of being like the darling of the NBA, like the story behind it. I went with Anthony Edwards, and I already did it, so I'm going to double down on it. I'm going to go with Ant. That's not to say Luka ain't going to dominate, because Luka, he a Laker now. Yeah, man, he a Laker. That's my dog now. You know what I mean? So I still think he's going to do his thing, but I'm going to rock with Anthony Edwards.
I think it's tough for Ant to win it because he's going to have to win it like SGA. He's not going to win more games than SGA, and he's not going to outscore SGA. So, like, it's going to be tough. I don't think Ant has sniffed 30 points a game in the regular season yet. He's been like a 26 point per game.
26, yeah. Somewhere around there.
So, and SGA is out at 32, like a game. Like, and he's just upping it this year. So, like, it's going to be tough. And they still haven't played with Jalen Williams yet, and they are still the best team in the Western Conference. Chat missed games already so far, and they're still the best team in the Western Conference. So, SGA's on a mission, man, to go back to back. And Anthony Edwards, bro, he just don't do enough for me, for him to get it. And you see somebody in the comment section, Cunningham K is balling. Even though he had a Westbrook-ish game yesterday, he was 14 of like 45. 14 and 45 with like 45 points and like 15 assists, and they won by 2 in overtime. So yeah, it's gonna be tough for him to do it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, bro. I think he could get up to that. I think he could get up to those 30s. That's why, like I said, I think that's
by a margin
the biggest. I think that's probably. Well, I don't see. This is the thing. I don't think you have to be necessarily. I think in order for Ant to win MVP, I don't think they have to be number 1 seed, and definitely not number 1 seed by a margin. Like, that don't happen for every MVP. But I think that he's in a position where if you go from, let's say, 26 a game to 31-32 a game, right? And you're efficient and it looks good. And in those head to head, the head to head matchups mean a lot.
Down the stretch, man.
Down the stretch, you win those head to head matchups against SGA. You win those head to head matchups against Jokic. You win those head to head matchups against Wemby. Then we'll be having different conversations. That's kind of how I see it.
That's gonna be
And
tough,
I do
bro.
think that the Timberwolves are a better team going into this season. I feel like the Timberwolves are a better team. We're a better team, just off of the strength that now you got a full year to mesh it together, opposed to just last year was the first year. Well, let's just say you have a full year under your belt now with the same roster to make it work.
Like I said,
But but it will be tough. I just think again, I'm banking on him taking his game to another level with him being a more of a, he can shoot the three. Now you improve the mid range, but the biggest thing being a back to the basket like player, like the Kobe's and like the Melos at one point. And similar to SGA. Like if he could add that to his game, I think that gets him to 30. And he even said this all season. I don't think he flat out said he's gunning for MVP, but somehow I forgot how it was worded, but he was like, "Yeah, I know in order to win MVP, you got to score a lot of points and win a lot of games." Like, I know his mind's there. Like, I want to go get it, and I know Ant the type of player. I'm gonna go chuck. I'm gonna go chuck. You know what I mean? So it's like I just like, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, you know what? A little bit of NBA fatigue might set in. They might be like, we just gave it to SGA won every award last year. Jokic got a bunch of them already. Let's find something new. That happens, bro.
It does.
That happens. Let's find something new. The new thing might be Luka. It might be Wemby, right? Or it could be Anthony Edwards if they finish the top 3 seed and he averaging 30 plus a game.
I mean, he gonna have to average. I just think he got to do more than that. Like what gonna help Ant is going for a defensive player of the year also. That can help him. If he goes for a defensive player of the year along with scoring title, along with trying to get them 1 seed, then he can win it. But it's hard for me to picture a NBA this year that he's going to score more than SGA and get more wins now. Like, it's hard for me to.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
He tried to do the SGA way and he barely got it. Last year.
That is real.
A lot of people think Jokic got robbed to this day.
Do you think the Lakers going to finish higher than OKC?
I don't, but I think.
But
Luka
you think he's going to average more points?
Numbers.
Okay.
And he can lead the league in scoring.
I got you.
When Luka was healthy, he wasn't fully. He didn't qualify last year, I don't think. When he was fully healthy 2 years ago, he beat out SGA in scoring title.
I got you.
He averaged 33 a game.
That makes sense.
That
makes sense.
But
who you?
The NBA Finals, though, man.
You want me to go first in the finals, or you want to go first in the finals?
I it don't matter. I'm ready. So, I can go. Or you can go.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'll push it to you. Go ahead.
All right, my NBA Finals pick. This was before the season. The season. Matter of fact, I picked my Western Conference Finals winner last year. OKC. I said OKC will be the first team to go back to back since KD and the Warriors. First team to go back to back since then. All right. So I got OKC going back to back. I just think that the SGA said it perfectly for real. Because my thing is the way they won last year, they won 7 games. They got over because remember, you said it, AJ, they were that young team that I had to see them win against I had to see them overcome something. I'm not ready to pick them. That playoff run, they overcame something. Because there's no way they should have won 7 games with Indiana. But they did. And SGA came out and said that Lakers will win this Luka revenge season. that would be dope. But SGA said, I don't like how I played in this playoff run. I think my regular season was better than my playoff run. I don't like how we won the championship. He came out and said that. And how they starting the season off, it shows that. They are hungry right now. And they still young. In my Eastern Conference Finals winner, and AJ, the Eastern Conference, AJ, is wide open. We talked about this. I think you talked about trading Embiid, right? The Sixers, and I'm like, yo, if this the year the Sixers could probably get there, this is a year. But I'm not picking the Sixers. But I'm saying, like, that's how wide open the East is. I mean, I'm talking about Orlando gonna make it. The Knicks, the Celtics, if they get, I'm not gonna say the Celtics. No, they're not winning it. but I'm going with the Cavaliers. I know. Okay. Oh, dang. I mean, he was a candidate last year over Anthony Edwards. So
He
you know,
was. He
you know,
was.
was averaging 24 points a game with them wins,
Yeah.
but he could not win it though because he averaged 24 points a game.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
I'm picking the Cavaliers, and it's because of Donovan. It's because of the weak Eastern Conference. Who is the best player in the Eastern Conference? Giannis, right? But do we believe in the Bucks to do anything? No, I just don't. They don't have the team to get far in the playoffs. They're not going to get far in the playoffs. So take out Giannis. Who's the best player in the Eastern Conference? Is it Brunson? You know what I mean? Like think about it. Who's the best?
Wait, I'm about to say, are you asking me or are you?
I'm saying like there's no all the superstars are in the West.
Mm-hmm.
In the East, there are no superstars that can take over a series. Oh man, we are them like we gotta go against Anthony Edwards. Oh, we gotta go against SGA. You know, we gotta go against Luka. We gotta go against Jokic. You don't have that in the East. You got that with Giannis. Okay. Okay, I thought you said the words. So I'm gonna go with the Cavs because I think the Cavs getting hurt I believe in this Bucks team. That's a homer right there. That's a homer right there. All right. But I feel like the Cavs injuries last year in the playoffs hurt them. Indiana being hurt right now is bringing the whole East wide open. Give me the Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers. And I'm picking OKC to win the whole thing. The back to back.
So I dreaded doing this. I just want to say.
Oh man.
I dreaded doing this. And the reason why I dreaded doing this is because and again, it's one of those things too. Looking back on it, it's like if I had known what I know now, would I have changed my thought process? And the answer is probably not. Probably not. I'd have probably stuck with what I think because it's very early in the season and the Lakers look good. But do I think it's going to be sustainable to get to the finals? Probably not.
Okay.
So coming out of the West, I do have OKC yet again. I got OKC coming out of the West again. And it's mainly because of what I've seen them do defensively. Like, SGA is SGA. Like I said, Jalen Williams ain't been healthy. Chad really been, he been cool when he's out there. But their defense as a team is ridiculous. And that ain't changing. They young. That ain't changing. They still fly to the basketball. They still get steals. They still strapping things down out there. Like, even when their offense is not going, their defense is on every single night. And they're ridiculous at home. They are the same team they were last year. And I don't think any team in the Western Conference has taken a big enough stride to knock them off. I just don't see any team that's been dominant enough. That's been like, okay, this team added this or they did that or they that much better. Like, you got some teams that are marginally better. Do I think the Lakers are a first round exit this year? I don't think so. Am I confident in saying that? I'm not sure, bro, because I was confident they was going to the finals last year and they got to the playoffs and that defense was exposed. Now, you add DeAndre Ayton. I think DeAndre is a big time addition. Honestly, and when I say big time addition, I don't mean big time addition as in like he's a star, but just a big time addition for his role. Like, we just needed another body down there in the paint that could get some rebounds and catch a couple lobs, right? And hopefully in the playoffs we play Jackson Hayes some, so we can have like a
trade, AJ.
And if we do, then maybe mid season we can switch this up. You know what I mean? But all in all, like I just don't see anybody taking out OKC. Now, in the Eastern Conference, you posed a very interesting question, which is why I heard it, but I didn't want to answer it. I didn't want to answer the question right away. Right? So you said, who is the star in the East? Right? Tatum not around. Right? The Pacers, they banged up. Tyrese Halliburton not around. Yeah, you looking around, Donovan Mitchell, he cool. You know what I mean? He cool. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Just got engaged. Coco Jones, shout out to him. Happy for you. You know what I mean? Like, but And then Giannis, I mean, he like you said, take Giannis out because I'm with my guy and like I believe in this team, but do I believe in this team to get to the finals? Absolutely not.
Okay, I think you were picking the Bucks again. Go ahead.
No. So it's like I look around, I look at the Pistons. Cade is special, but do I believe in them to get to the finals? Like, I think that's a big step given what I seen last year. I think it's the New York Knicks time. If there was ever a time for the New York Knicks to get to the NBA Finals, this is the time. And if I'm being honest, I loved what I saw from the Knicks last year in the playoffs. The Pacers are on such a Cinderella, the stuff that they did last season. Coming back on just about everybody. Halliburton hitting every big shot there is to hit. Like, them just being a dominant team, being fast, being just that pace, right? That was just hard to beat. That was hard to beat. And they came out, they stole, if I'm not mistaken, they stole the first 2 games in New York. And New York was fighting from behind, similar to what they did to the Cavs, right? So it's like, without them in the way, I don't see any team in the Eastern Conference knocking off the Knicks. Top to bottom, I think they have the best roster. Donovan Mitchell, shout out to him. Shout out to the Cavs. I have not seen enough from them to stamp them and be like, they're the team to beat in the East. And I just feel like Donovan Mitchell-led teams are 1 seeds and 2 seeds, top 3 seeds. And then come playoff time, for whatever reason, it might not even be him. Whether it be health, whether it be Rudy Gobert getting played off the court, whether it be whatever it is, they be really good in the regular season, and then come playoffs, they just, for whatever reason, they kind of fall off. I can't hitch my bet or put my money down. I'm not actually putting money on this, but if I had to, I couldn't put my money on that. But I could put my money on a team that has shown me now repeated seasons that they can go on playoff runs and they can compete with the best of the best. And the teams that they lose to are not teams that are in the way this year. So I think they got a clear run. If they play New York Knicks basketball, they got a clear run to the finals, in my opinion, this year. And the best player in the Eastern Conference, to circle back to the original question, without, Tatum out there, Jaylen Brown, he cool, but he not the best player, right? Outside of Giannis, who is the best player, outside of Giannis, it's Brunson, especially in the playoffs. Like, Tyrese Halliburton went on that run, and that was great. But we forget, going into that series against the Knicks, I was like, look, Brunson been hooping too. Let's not skip past what Brunson been doing, putting up historic numbers in his own right. It's just Tyrese was Tyrese last year, and the Pacers were the Pacers last year. So I got the Knicks going to the finals and winning the championship. I got OKC repeating because I just can't see OKC not having the firepower to keep up with the Knicks. And I definitely can't, like, they got so many bodies they could throw at Brunson. It's going to be tough for Brunson to do his thing. And then on top of that, even though Karl Anthony Towns showed me a lot this past postseason, I think he'd really struggle with this OKC team. Like, I think I think it would be similar, not the same, but I think it would be similar to what we saw Julius Randle against that same team. I think it would be similar, like the way, because both of them like to put the ball on the ground, and that's it. Like, as soon as these bigs put the ball on the ground against OKC, they swarm, and he can be just as frantic as Julius Randle was frantic with the basketball after that. What helps him is his ability to just spot up and shoot, or face up and shoot, or turn around fade, or three. That'll help. But the moment the ball touches the ground, it's going the other way. And I can see that being an issue for like the first 2 games of the series before he realizes I can't dribble against these guys. and it just be too late at that point. So I just can't see anybody beating OKC. So I got OKC.
All right. So look,
I do want to say though, if Luka keep at this pace, you know what I mean, and Bron can come back and be cool, and the defense get marginally better, They could be the biggest threat come postseason time to OKC, maybe. But
Denver
even
too, man.
Lucas,
I like how
Denver
Denver
too.
team played up.
But Lucas' style of play, oh my gosh, I
I
just
don't
don't know,
know.
bro.
His style of play, man, he could break that like defensively. Like he gonna be a problem for OKC.
But his issue is he turns his back to the defense too much.
Man,
Like coming up court. Like it's fine in the half court, but when he comes up court and he got his back to the defense and then he runs to a corner, like right after half court he runs to that corner and then they trap him and then he try to he still does that now. And I think against OKC that's gonna be an issue. And he not gonna come off the ball. Like LeBron may bring it up here and there, but Luka's gonna be on the ball. So the same way that the Celtics trapped him in the finals against the Mavs, I can see the same thing. I can see OKC doing the same thing, bro. Being super physical with him, trapping him as soon as he cross half court in the corner, and him having to figure it out. The team having to figure it out, and I feel like it will be on everyone else. Like it will be on LeBron, it will be on Reeves, it will be on other guy. The guy we got from the Kings. What's his name again, bro?
Sorry, Jay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name because he been playing good too.
Oh my
Shooter.
God, Jaravia, something like that. Yeah,
So, yeah.
He's a good defender too.
Yeah, he could play, and I like what I'm seeing from Marcus Smart too, low key in limited time. But I just don't think it will be enough. So yeah, give me OKC for the repeat.
But I want to say this now. Am I saying the Cavs are the team to beat? The East is wide open, bro. And the reason why I didn't pick the Knicks because they are the obvious pick, and the obvious pick never comes out the East. That's just how I look at it. It just never come out the East. And you talking about Jalen Brunson, Jack LaRavia. That's what it is. I knew it was Ravia. Jake LaRavia. Yeah, that was a good acquisition for. I was mad that we lost him to y'all. But what I will say is this. You talking about Jalen Brunson. I know he been cooking. I need you to check Donovan Mitchell career playoff stats. I need you to do that. Because he got one of the top playoff points per game in NBA history. The reason why he loses, go back to Utah. Utah, number 1 seed? Who they? Second best player who? Jordan Clarkson?
I think their second best player was Rudy, bro. I think it may have been Rudy, bro.
Man. Like they just lose to better teams. This is how it happens. You know what I mean? And then what happened? Last year, they went against Indiana. Evan Mobley and Garland got hurt. Both of them got hurt. You know what I mean? They blew Miami out the water. They beat them like 30 plus every game and swept them. It was crazy. So I'm taking the Cavs over the Knicks, in my opinion. I think the Cavs could beat the Knicks because the Cavs are a much better defensive team than the Knicks. They can score.
And like I said, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't know if it's about Donovan Mitchell or if it's about like, I hate to sound like Stephen A. when he be talking about the Cowboys, bro, but it just feel like what can go wrong will go wrong with those teams, bro. No. It just whether it's like injuries being a part of it, and I'm not trying to say they're gonna get hurt, but I'm just saying like they have been a team, like his teams have been good enough to make runs over the years, and for whatever reason, it just has not happened, bro.
But name one team opposed to the Knicks. You thought would win.
You said what?
Name one team he was on that you felt like they got a chance to win a championship.
The Cavs, but they got hurt.
But you just said it yourself. The Pacers went on a historic run.
That's true, but
they beat the team that you just picked. So they beat the Knicks, and they were fully healthy.
That's true, but I'm just saying the Knicks got to the conference finals though, and I understand they matched up with them earlier, so that hurts. They matched up with them earlier in the postseason, but I'm just saying like overall over the years, bro, like even with Utah, I expected the way they was playing in the regular season, you expected them to make a run. And I get it, it wasn't all on them, but they got coached off the floor in a lot of the series that they played in. It's just like again, like I just they are Donovan Mitchell led teams is how I feel about. I feel the same way about those teams as I do about Sam Darnold. I'll just put it like that. And it's not a shot at Donovan Mitchell specifically. It's just saying I don't believe in them, bro.
Hold on.
I don't believe in them, bro.
Hold on. I gotta stop you there. Let me backtrack real quick.
Hey, Seahawks fans, you see how disrespectful that sounded to Joe? You see how disrespectful? That's what we thinking, y'all. I just want to say, that's what we thinking, y'all. But go ahead, Joe.
Think about it. Let's go back to the bubble. He plays Denver in a 7-game series where him and Jamal Murray are dropping 50
going crazy,
and he loses. That has nothing to do with him. That's not Sam Darnold.
But see, I didn't expect him to do a whole bunch.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. And then the next year, #1 seed, I think, and they play the Clippers. I picked the Clippers. The Clippers had a better team. They had Kawhi and Paul George, and they won. So I mean, and they lost that series, and I knew they was gonna lose. And then the year after that, he lost because you just saw it lost to the Mavericks, to Luka. Mm-hmm. But you just saw the friction with Utah. He was ready to leave, and he left right after that. He goes to the Cavs, and they lose to the Knicks, and that team wasn't ready. That team wasn't. They had Evan Mobley, he was a rookie. They had Darius Garland in the second year. They just were small. They were weak. They got bullied, but they came out the next year, which is this year, and they just got hurt, man. So but Indiana is not here. Their fast pace is not here. The Knicks, the Cavs defensively are really good, bro. And also when they played the Knicks that year, what's his name was hurt? What's that big man with the fro? What's his name again? Oh my goodness.
Talking about Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, he was hurt. He didn't play that series. Well, he back this year though. So I'm just saying, unless something freakish happen, you know what I mean? Give me the Cavs over the Knicks if they play each other.
I believe. Listen, I believe in the Knicks players outside of their stars more than I believe in the Cavs players outside of Mitchell. I just do. I believe in Cat more. I believe in OG Anunoby more. I believe in Bridges more than I believe in Darius Garland. I know that Evan Mobley is a defensive ace.
They match up well with the Knicks.
They got pieces, bro. But
they match up well.
I think any given night, especially in the postseason, Brunson can match whatever you get from Donovan Mitchell.
Hold on, who Brunson gonna guard?
You said what?
I just thought about this. Who Brunson gonna? You have them on his own. Cause who Brunson gonna guard?
I mean, Brunson. You can make the argument Brunson a defensive liability against anybody. That ain't stopped them from making no runs.
That's true.
So I mean, that could be accounted for. And again, Donovan Mitchell ain't no ace defensively either.
Against Boston, he better than Brunson. Against Boston, you could throw him on Derek White because Derek White is not gonna ISO you. But with the Cavs, don't put him on Darius Garland. Darius Garland's weak point is he's too small, but against them, it actually works out pretty cool. And then Donovan Mitchell, no. Hunter at small forward, no. And definitely Evan Mobley too big. But listen, man, I hope this matchup happens. Give me the Cavs. Cavs in 6.
I guess we'll see, man. I gotta see more from guys like Darius Garland and like them. I gotta see it, bro.
And you know what's funny?
Gotta see it.
You know what's funny? Mike Brown, former defensive coordinator for the Golden State Warriors. Kenny Atkins, former offensive coordinator for the Warriors. Both Warrior coaches. And Kenny Atkins is a good coach too. Yeah. So I'm telling you, man, they got hurt last year. That hurt them a lot. And they ran into Indiana. But Kenny Atkins is better than Quinn Snyder.
That's true. But you know, Mike Brown ain't too shabby either. He not perfect.
I like Mike Brown. You know.
You know what I mean? You looking for your Foxes?
I'm looking for my jersey, like the beans.
I feel that.
I love Mike Brown. When they signed Mike Brown, bro, I feel like that was a great. He does exactly the opposite of what Tib does. He uses his guys. Like, he's gonna get Brunson rest and have him fresh in the fourth quarter. But if need be, Brunson, you're gonna play the whole game. Like, he knows how to coach, bro. And he will get on your line. And he preaches defense too, by the way. Yeah. So, but I do. Speaking of defense, there was a guy who was playing defense when he made his trade. I know we gotta make the pick'ems, but Nico, no. I'm sorry, this is a Tom Moore thing. But the Mavericks fired Nico, man. You know, your quick thoughts on it. I mean, your team was involved with the trade. It would happen in the middle of the night, and he said only time will tell if I'm right or wrong. And apparently he was wrong because he got fired.
Yeah, man. I'll make it quick so we can get to the pick'ems. I just the problem the problem wasn't the fact, in my opinion, that you traded Luka. The problem was you didn't trade him at the right time, and you didn't give any other team an opportunity to weigh in and to give you assets back. Anthony Davis is a great player. I know. Anthony Davis is injury prone. Anthony Davis, he's since he's been traded, he's had the ability to appear in 44 games. He's missed 30 of the 44 games he's had the ability to appear in. 30. Like, he is injury prone, right? And so you sold the fan base on, we're making this move to win right now. But the problem is the piece you got back that's supposed to be a defensive ace, which he is, has not been healthy. Even when he has been healthy, he has not been great. He only putting up like 20 and 10 right now, which is kind of average for AD, because we know the type of numbers he was putting up in LA when healthy. It also doesn't help that Kyrie Irving is not back, has not been back for a while. He tore his ACL and is still recovering, right? Like, you haven't had the full arsenal of pieces that you thought you would have post trade, right? And then you thinking, wait, we got the number 1 pick. We got Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag gonna come in and save the day, and he going through his rookie growing pains. I still think Cooper Flag is gonna be great in the league. He got a bright future, but he's starting out a little slow, which is should have been expected. And so when you have all of that going on, and then you have Luka in LA lighting it up, the Lakers the top 4 seed in the West, top 3 seed in the West, and y'all, I think the last seed or second to last seed in the West. What can you say? Even if the organization wanted to wait it out a little bit more just to see, let's see how it looks when we get healthy, the fan base demanded more. The fan base demanded more, bro. They are at your games, and I think more fan bases should be like I think the Cowboys fan base should get like the Mavs fan base. Like, they are in the stands with Luka jerseys on, and they are chanting "Fire Nico" during the game, during a close game the other night at the free throw line. The Mavs trying to ice the game, trying to win the game, and they chanting "Fire Nico." They don't even want the Mavs to win, because they're like, we don't care nothing about this. We want Nico out of here. Like, I saw a report. I thought one of the analysts was saying it was legit. I think it was Brian Winters was saying it's affecting the way the team is playing. They don't have home court advantage. Like, that's how upset the fan base is. Like, they practically boycotting. They're at the game, but they boycotting at the game. And then you got Clay, then got with Meg Thee Stallion, and his game that went down the drain. He don't care about hoop at all no more. So it's like, it's just a recipe for disaster. One would say Cooper Flag, Anthony Edwards, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, those pieces together with a decent bench. I think their bench is decent. Could be really good. Like, I think that team healthy could be really good, in all honesty. But they're not healthy, and the fans hating it. So it had to be done. And I would say I feel bad for Nico, but I'm happy for him because he gave us Luka. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at him. Like, hey, we appreciate your service. We appreciate everything you did for Laker Nation. We appreciate you, and I miss AD, so I don't want to throw no shots at AD. But I appreciate you taking AD off our hands, because looking at AD, you know, he all problem now. You know what I mean? And we wish y'all the best. Wish Nico the best.
Man, bro, like, he got fired, like he said, because he did, bro. He gave out Luka, Max Cleaver, and Marquise Morris, and got back Anthony Davis, Max Christie in a 2029 first round pick. AJ, what? You basically did a 3-man trade when Luka's part of the 3. Like, that's stupid. Still the dumbest trade I ever witnessed in my life. It was so stupid that we all thought Shams was hacked. We all thought that's how stupid it was. And on top of that, you get Cooper Flag, and you don't get a point guard, and you force this rookie to play point guard.
Play point. Yep.
We knew Kyrie was hurt. We knew that. And you gonna get D'Lo? Are you serious? This man love the Lakers, man. Let's go to LA if you want to. So yeah, it was the
He do
right
love the
move.
Lakers.
It was dumb, but it was a great move. And this says that I didn't know everything he says. I mean, I kind of knew what you said about everything, but I didn't put that together. Like it's affecting the team because they are screaming fire Nico in close games. That's crazy. But I don't know if this confirms that this wasn't an owner's move. It was really Nico's move that got rid of Luka. So shout out to the Mavs.
They was saying I was listening to Brian Windhorst real quick. I was listening to him, and it was another NBA reporter, and what they said was after they went to the finals, Nico and the owner they got real close. Like the owner was thinking like everything that Nico was saying was like, this guy's a basketball savant. So when it was brought to his attention, he took it seriously. Like he was like, "Are you crazy?" But he took it seriously, and they talked about it for a while. And he ended up being like, "You know what? Nico has been right. We just was in the finals. I'ma listen to him because I think he know what he's talking about, and we gonna see how it pan out." And he regrets the decision as we now see.
Bro, you got to the final to the Luka, bro. Stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I get Kyrie did his thing, but you had Luka Doncic, man. Luka is literally probably the best player in the NBA. Like, what you doing? Ain't young. No man, motivated, looking crazy right now.
Man, balling in LA. I take it.
Wait. Anyway, let's go to this pickup, man. Bro, that's the stupid trade. I don't use stupid a lot. That was stupid. You
go ahead.
You got it.
You got the. Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
All right, cool. Let's run through this. All right. Week 11. Oh yeah, show the people.
Did you? I'm about to say yeah. I'm about to say I know you got to put it on the screen.
I mean, it wasn't too good either. But yeah,
3-11, bro. And the week before, I think I went 5-9 or like 4-10.
You went 5-9.
Right when I was gaining ground, bro.
And let people know I was watching. These are not like win-loss pick'ems. We are going against. We are picking the spread.
Yes.
And because last year we just did that pick'ems and we were
records were a lot better. And Joe still won. He still beat me.
But AJ was like we both were like way above 500. We both were at least like 70% win percentage or higher.
Yep.
But this year it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie.
The spreads are extremely difficult. If y'all don't believe us, try to do it, and you will see. You will see.
All right, let's get it.
All right, I got it up. We got the New York Jets at the New England Patriots.
Oh, hold on. Oh, my bad. I'm on yours. Okay, I'm sorry. Because it said you too early. I'm like, what are you talking about? All right, here we go. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
All right.
Yeah, Thursday night we got the Jets at the Patriots. The Patriots are favored 11.5.
Give me the Patriots.
Oof.
I know it's a lot, but the Patriots at home. It's a short week.
I'll take the Patriots too.
Defensively, they're really good.
Next, we got the Commanders at. Oh boy, we got the Commanders at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are favored at home.
It's in Spain.
-2.5. Oh, okay. That's right. Sorry. The Dolphins are favored at home -2.5.
Come on, man.
You gotta go. Don't do it.
I gotta go with the fraud. +2.5. The DQ is at DC. We'll see.
Man, give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins. What I've seen from the Commanders, man, it's just been tough sledding, man. It's been tough sledding. Is Terry coming back at any point?
He's not playing next week. I know that for sure.
Oh man, yeah. Give me the Dolphins. Next we got the Panthers at the Falcons. The Falcons are favored at home -3.5. I'm gonna take the Panthers here.
Me too.
Another noon game. We got the Buccaneers at this. I want to say too before we get too deep into this. This is a big. Let me make sure because we was talking about this earlier. Yes, this is a big week in the NFC. This week is going to determine a lot when it comes to NFC seeding, and we're gonna get to some more of the NFC matchups. But these are huge games this week. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored at home -5.5. Give me Tampa Bay.
And let us know who y'all got in the comment section too.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Tampa Bay too. The Bills have not been playing good, and their defense. Woof.
Yeah. Next, we got the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. The Texans are favored on the road, 7.5.
Texas got the number one defense in yards allowed, I think, or points per game. One of the two. Number one, bro. And they got Davis Mills, and I don't trust him, but he did just put up 30 on the Jaguars. So I'm gonna go with it.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
I'm gonna rock with Tennessee. I know Tennessee is awful, but 7.5. That's a nice size spread, bro.
It is on the road too.
Yeah,
You know, I'm gonna take on my gut. I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Next big NFC matchup, we got the Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are favored at home, -3.5.
I'm going with the Vikings. I think that defense gonna confuse Caleb.
I'm going with the Vikings too. Then we have the Packers at the New York Giants. The Packers are favored in this matchup on the road, -7.5.
Is Jackson Dart playing?
I don't think so. And I also want to say, you are lucky Jackson Dart didn't finish that game, because Jackson Dart was my starting fantasy quarterback, and he was hooping. He was hooping, bro, and then he got hurt.
Oh yeah, I did get you a fantasy.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Jacobs and AJ Brown.
Yeah, and AJ and the Eagles offense didn't help me much.
I know, right? You was up going into that game too.
I was. But give me. I don't think Dart is gonna play, so give me the Packers. I think they due for a win now.
Give me the Giants. They got rid of Daboll, new energy, and Jordan Love is gonna be trash on the road against his defense probably against his pressure.
That's true, but if they got Russ back there. Yeah, go on. Give me them against that defense.
I'm gonna hope Dart plays.
Give me the Packers.
Dart's questionable. He might play.
Oh, if Dart plays, that changes things for me. But I'm gonna stick with the Packers. The Packers. Next we got the Bengals at the Steelers. It's a big game in that division too.
It's a big game, bro. The Ravens creeping.
Yeah, they right there. Forget creeping. They right there. The Steelers are favored in this matchup, -4.5.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals, +4.5. It's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals as well. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Bengals as well. We got the Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chargers are favored in this matchup, -2.5.
Give me the Jaguars.
Ooh,
you going Chargers?
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I'm gonna go Jaguars +2.5. Bounce back after that bad loss last week.
Charles
Hunter out for the year, man. Season ending.
Yeah, that's tough. Another big game in the NFC. We got the Seahawks I can't wait to see the Eagles and Lions spread. I ain't seen it yet. This is gonna be a shocker for me. But Seahawks at Rams. The Rams are favored in this matchup, -2.5, and give me the Rams.
Me too.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah,
last time Sam Darnold seen that defensive front, it ain't look too good. Just want to point that out.
True.
We got the 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. The 49ers are favored in this matchup, -2.5. I'm gonna also go with the Niners in favor of that 2.5 spread.
Me too.
Ravens at Browns. The Ravens are favored in this matchup, -7.5.
Last time they were favored 12.5, and I went with them, and they got it. Give me the Ravens.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens too.
All right.
We got the Chiefs.
Ooh, it's a big game too.
Yeah, bruh. We got the Chiefs. It's a big week in NFL. We got the Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs are favored on the road, -3.5.
Give me the Chiefs.
I said the Broncos was gonna win the division. Give me the Broncos.
Give me the Chiefs.
Cover the 3.5. That's gonna be crazy. But give me the Broncos to cover. Just give me we're doing that obviously. But give me the Broncos to cover the 3.5.
Yeah.
Whether they win or not, we'll see. But give me the Broncos. Okay. I see the spread. We got the Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are favored at home, -1.5, 1.5. And I haven't brought up the percentages for either of these other ones, but 65% of people expect the Lions to cover that spread in favor of Detroit. Obviously, I'm going with Philly. Let's see what you do, though.
This don't sound Detroit is favorite because y'all at home and y'all only 1.5.
Yeah, that's right. So really, it's Detroit.
Give me
Okay.
one Detroit. I think Detroit gonna win this game. I think
Ooh,
I
in
slip up this
Philly?
game.
They're coming
Yeah, I
to.
do.
I can't wait. Coming to Philly, get it. We gonna see.
I
I've
do.
been, you know, I've
I
been,
think they're gonna win.
I've been itching for this matchup too, bro.
They have been too
I've
though.
wanted Detroit for the longest. So I wish
Detroit
we still
won.
had
Detroit
some of the
won y'all
points from
too,
last year.
and they
Yeah,
gonna be aggressive.
that which I love because they're gonna make us play aggressive.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to be aggressive. Like
And
they gonna be aggressive, and Dan Cameron calling the plays too. By the way,
that I love it.
you
I
know, I
love it.
told I told Cav Sirianni would never. Oh no, I said Sirianni should never, and he agreed.
Man, at this point, I almost rather have him calling plays. I know he gonna be uber aggressive. Last matchup of the week, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Cowboys are favored in this matchup on the road, -3.5. Geno has been awful.
But the Cowboys are on the road, bro, and they are not good on the road.
That's true.
They have been good at all this season on the road. I don't know, man. But they got a new addition of Quentin Williams, and Raiders' offensive line is trash.
I'm gonna go with Dallas. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Dallas.
I'm going Dallas too.
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
This Monday
I'm gonna
night,
give them the
they
benefit of
didn't
the
play
doubt.
well
It's a
2
Monday.
weeks ago.
Yeah, they did. They keep the Cowboys on prime time. They gonna do that.
Dang.
As bad as they are.
All right, let's get it. All right,
It's
man.
entertaining to watch them lose. That's what it is.
You know, it's Dallas.
All right.
Yeah, man. So my last words, I would say, hold on. Going to need more than 10 points to beat the Lions. Oh, it's a
Hey,
Detroit
don't worry.
fan.
Don't worry. We'll get it. Don't worry.
Hey, are you a Detroit fan? If you are, be here next Tuesday in the
Yeah.
comment section. Win, lose, or draw. But because he mentioned the Pistons and stuff too, so I think he is
Yeah.
a Detroit fan. But shout out to the whole
Yeah,
output.
may not need as many points as you think because the Lions are a different team against contenders on the road. From what I've seen this year, they don't play the same on the road against good teams. Just saying, go check that schedule. Go look at that history of the Detroit Lions recently.
You're right. Lost to the Chiefs, lost to the Packers. Right. They smashed the Bucks though.
They did. They did. They got the. Was the Bucks at home though?
I think they were though. They were at home.
Okay.
I live in Detroit.
I say they live in Detroit. That makes sense. Well, y'all about to come to Philly, so we gonna see. We gonna see about y'all. We gonna see. I can't wait.
Pull up next Tuesday, Kenny. Pull up next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My last word. Shout out to the whole R2L Refuse to Lose Network and family. Shout out to everybody on AJ's channel. Timeout for timeout. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. We appreciate y'all. All the newcomers that put their 2 cents in, especially on the NBA topics. We appreciate y'all. All that stuff. Shout out to Kenny, being the last one here right now. And Commanders, man, listen, season not over, man. It's not over. We 3-7. Keep hope alive. JD5 can still come back. Dan Quinn's calling the defense. I know we got we got the most injuries in the NFL? The most. We got more than the 49ers. It's crazy. So this will be a good story. Even if we get to the playoffs, I will be satisfied for real with how the season went. We just get to the playoffs with all these injuries. Because you never know what happens once you get in the dance. But in the Kings, y'all play the Nuggets right now on NBC. I'm going to tune in, and we'll see what happens. And shout out to my boy, AJ.
My last words, man. Shout out to everybody who watched the show today. Appreciate all the new viewers. Yeah, man. Appreciate all y'all watching on my channel, Timeout or Full Timeout on the R2L channel. We appreciate y'all. A part of my last words. Detroit on the road. They lost to the Packers. They beat the Ravens early in the season when the Ravens defense wasn't really that. They beat the Bengals. They lost to the Chiefs. The Bucks game was at home, but they did beat the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
They beat the Commanders. That's their road games. So they ain't really done nothing on the road. Sorry, Joe. I had to put that out there. They ain't really done nothing on the road from what I've seen. I just want to point that out. I'm going to say the NBA for another time. This is about the NFL in my last words. This week, mark my words, this week will determine the number 1 seed in the NFC. And I'm telling y'all, like I told y'all last year, if the Eagles end up with the number 1 seed, I don't care if it's ugly, I don't care if it's sexy, we're going right back to the Super Bowl. So y'all better hope and pray that the Lions knock us off this week. Y'all better hope and pray that the Rams don't beat Seattle and somehow, some way, Seattle ends up with a better record than the Philadelphia Eagles. Because if it comes through Philly again, Good luck coming out of the NFC. I feel like Seattle's going to lose. I feel like we're going to beat Detroit. So, like usual, I'm feeling unfazed, Joe.
Unfazed. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.